Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from P's World. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. That ciao. It's ciao time.
I saw this one video where this lady was talking about in this generation, we have created it that women can no longer be wrong. That anything a woman does can be justified and she needs no correction.
Yep.
And sometimes when women hear these things, they get triggered, they get angry, and they're immediately on the defense.
Yep.
But ask yourself this question. When you are dealing with female family members or female friends, do you experience this?
Yep.
Do you experience that you can't correct them without an argument, or they can never apologize for their wrongdoings?
Yep.
What do we really think about this statement?
She's 100% correct. And look, obviously this isn't all women, but there are some women out there who have been in hundreds of arguments and never been wrong, not one time. Not one time have they sit down and gone, yeah, I was wrong on that one. I find that crazy.
For those that don't know, I'm married to a man that's 25 years older than me. He is retired. He already has money. I'm already rich. We're already paid. Anybody who doesn't like my message is probably, not able to provide for a woman, and that's quite all right. I mean, one day you'll make it if you try.
The amount of filter that's on this, like her skin is no skin. It's just a canvas, like a smooth brown tan canvas.
But I always stand by my message no matter what. Go for providers, ladies. Go for men that can add to you instead of take from you. Please. Because if you don't, you'll regret it. And they might be in someone's TikTok or YouTube angry and spewing out anger at the world because they are, unable to provide for you. You don't want men like that. They're very feminine. Okay? So what you do want is a provider man that actually has, more integrity and things to do with their lives. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Why would men of integrity and have more things to do with their lives deal with 304s like you?
This must be some reverse marketing, right? The idea that providing for a woman is an achievement that men should work to reach. Like, what? I couldn't think of anything worse. I made an entire documentary on Shira 7, right? So I've watched a lot of her content. So many women get her message twisted up and they don't really understand how it works. There are certain women who can they are attractive enough.
True.
That they can get a rich man, right? No problems. Rich men come to them. They're that attractive.
True.
But then there's pretty much everyone else.
Which is like 80% of the women.
Man, but he's gonna have to be an old rich man. Yeah, a lot of these sprinkles, they don't realize that. Shira 7 must be in her 40s. That means her husband's pushing 70. Mm-hmm. Now look, if that's what you like, no problem. There's nothing wrong with that. But all these sprinkle women that come on the internet, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, you're not that. You're a regular looking woman.
They really
You better be looking for men who are...
You know how many 2s, 3s, and 4s are listening to Shira 7 and thinking that they can use that exact advice on men? This is why ugly women are so miserable and miserable to deal with, because they go about as if they were that hot.
Double your age, because that's the only way you're going to get a rich man.
Reincarnated.
A lot of you are calling yourself masculine women, but you don't embody masculine traits. You walk
Talk to them, stud king. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them.
around, you look like, you talk like, and you think you're acting like you are masculine. But a lot of you don't even know what it means to embody masculine energy. A lot of you don't even know what masculinity really means.
Is that a face tat? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that a face tat? Yeah, yeah.
I noticed it, but I wasn't sure.
That's a real man right there.
A lot of you only know what you think masculinity looks like. Once you understand what feminine means and what masculine means as a being, and the fact that feminine and masculine just simply means that you embody these energies or these qualities within yourself. The traits of masculine energy are having strength, having assertiveness, independence, and leadership. A lot of you studs don't have strength. A lot of you studs are weak. A lot of you studs are not assertive. You get walked all over. A lot of you studs are not independent. You live with your family. You live girl to girl, house to house, every femme you date. And a lot of you studs are not leaders. You may think that you are head of your household and you don't know how to pay bills and you don't know how to manage your household. You don't.
Because they're women.
Don't know how to be a leader. So if you are calling yourself a stud, a masculine woman, you must understand what being a masculine woman really means. It's important for you to know if you are a feminine.
Man, these studs want to say they're masculine and all this, but when shit hits the fan, they're going to get with the man.
Or a masculine stud. This will
still
help you so much in the long run, because majority of the studs that are claiming to be masculine are attracting actual feminine women that are actually looking for real masculine energy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I definitely listen to her. You know what I'm saying? Are those Cartiers? Okay, she got the iced out chain letting you know of
she got that Buddha chain.
And she got the fitted on? Is that... I don't even know designers. I'm thinking, I've seen that label. Is that Dolce & Gabbana? Is that Dolce & Gabbana?
Are you being an asshole?
I need to get serious.
That's what we saying, ladies. I know we've been asking for a new batch of niggas to come out.
What?
And I've been seeing a bunch of them pop out.
Huh?
They came out the penitentiary, but...
Oh, I thought she was talking about kids for a second there.
Yeah, they outside. So, who gonna nab them first?
What do you mean? What do you mean we've been asking for a new batch of Negroes? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Are you waiting for them to come out, or... Someone in the comments, help me.
Dating has become so bad nowadays. People,
I guess for them, as you know how we always say, every day a new woman turns 18. For them, every day a new felon gets out of jail.
don't even come up to one another at bars. And I've realized this because I have my older family members. They'll ask me, they're like, Julia, why can't you find someone nice? Dating in my day and age was just, we came up to one another and we got married in 2 to 3 weeks. I don't understand what's so difficult about it. You know what I have to say to them? We have literally lost the plot on interacting with people so badly that now we have self-driving cars. You get into a taxi nowadays, we used to call them taxis. You get into a taxi and you don't even have a driver because we don't even have the...
Yes, we have that nowadays? I didn't realize we had driverless taxis. I have not experienced this. Comment down below. Where is this at?
Ability to connect with a driver. We can't even say hello to a stranger anymore, let alone have a nice dinner with someone, let alone come up to someone at a bar. So if you...
And whose fault is it? It's women. Women, the one that became a lot more bitchy, a lot more catty, a lot more less friendly. The most unfriendly people out there walking right now are women.
You know someone who is single, who is struggling in the single journey, honestly, maybe have a conversation with them, because we're not having conversations with anyone. No one's connecting with people in real life. This is a epidemic. It's crazy. And that is why it's taking so many people so long to find their people.
I love it. I love it. You know why I love it? Because you keep talking about people don't communicate anymore. You keep talking about people don't approach other people at the bar, huh? Did women used to approach men at bars? If you want change, make it yourself.
Well, okay,
because it's not people that are doing these things. Men are doing these things. And they're doing it because women said so. But they didn't think. They didn't think about the action. You see, when it comes to technology, that was always going to happen. Even if feminism didn't come and promote man hate and divide, we were going to move away from human interaction slowly but surely.
Sure. I agree.
It wouldn't have been as bad as this, though. Dating apps would have been a thing, but 80% of people wouldn't be meeting online. It wouldn't be that bad, maybe 60. But we know why it's that bad. We know why. Men aren't approaching women, aren't coming up to women, aren't talking to them in the street. We know why.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're just gonna.
Like, I like accent, but with that attitude and the accent, it just like multiplied how much I hate her more. Is that how you guys feel about this? Like, some accents, and you're a nice, soft person, it's like, oh my God, you melt my heart. And then that accent with that attitude, and it's like, oh my God, it's like a screeching fucking chalkboard.
Study you a bit. I started the egg freezing process. I did some preliminary tests, which showed that my egg count is really low. The doctors did tell me that might affect my fertility.
The amount of raggedy men who probably wouldn't have had a chance with her in the first place, celebrating her tears, is nauseating to me. Like, these same men are talking about, well, she probably had plenty of men that she could have had a child with. But she would have probably had to settle in order to do that. Look at what she's asking for. She's not asking for much. She's asking for dinner on a date. If you can't afford dinner, you probably...
Shut the fuck up. You know she's asking for more. The way women love to really defend other women and change their words around just to make it like correct or better.
They can't afford diapers. But they're so quick to tell a woman to choose better, but when they see what choosing better looks like, they make fun of it. So you'd rather her have a child with one of these random men and become a single mother than you would judge her for that. They hate women with high standards because they know those women will never pick them. It's like the video that went viral a couple of months ago where the man was like, some of you women are going to have to settle. They want all of us women to have to settle. That's how they get picked. Some of them are only here because their mother...
We don't get picked, girl. We do the picking. We are the ones that initiate marriage. We can run through you as much as we want. Most do. But the ones that were going to cuff you are long and gone.
They're settled for their father. They want the best choice for them, but they want to exert the least amount of effort. The tears that she's shedding is because she's realizing that she may not become a mother. She's not crying because she may not become the wife or baby mama to somebody's dusty son.
I'm not going to lie to you, right? This woman is probably the best feminist TikTok has to offer. And I know, okay? But she probably is, out of every feminist I've watched, she's the best that TikTok has to offer. I should tell you what's actually out there, okay? Here's the problem. Her standards are so high that she ends up alone. That tells me that there's something wrong with your standards, no?
Nope.
Surely, if your standards are high, right? And those standards are constantly getting met, okay, your standards make sense.
Yep.
Because you can get those standards. They're achievable. But if your standards are so high and you're never settling, but it keeps you alone, surely there was something wrong with your standards. Correct. And the idea that men don't like women with standards is completely disingenuous.
I need a woman with standards. Standards means they're not promiscuous. Standard means they have jobs. They care about the family. They do things. They have things that they want to achieve. That's actually some standards.
Honestly, if a woman comes out and she starts speaking about what type of man she wants, and she's speaking about a man's morals, his character, his work ethic, etc., 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 no man's going to sit down there. No real man, anyway, is going to sit down there and have a problem with that. She created going on a walk with dogs. So women who go on dates, on walking dates or coffee dates, are dogs, right? That's what dogs do. She has a terrible personality.
Yep.
And the men who are celebrating her downfall because she comes across as a terrible person. And seeing terrible people fail, people get a kick out of it. So maybe what she should do is not drop her standards. Maybe start to prioritize different things. Maybe a coffee date isn't that bad because the man is just trying to get to know you. Maybe a walk isn't that bad.
Yeah, remember back in the day, dates were not random. So what we do now are technically blind dates. Before, back in the day, this would all be considered blind dates because you don't know the person. Like, you're just meeting them for the first time. Before, you would either know them through friends, probably met them a couple times, known each other maybe 6 months to a year, maybe more. They're part of the friend group. They're from high school. They're from work or whatever it is. You know somewhat of this person. You've met them. You interacted with these people pretty often. Nowadays, boop, ba-ding, you want to come over? And that's about it. It's completely blind. So why would blind men want to jump into big dinner dates when they can't see who the hell you are?
Because the man is trying to get to know you. But these women make their standards about money. But then when we tell them there's only a small percentage of men who have a lot of money, they wonder why they end up single. Look, freezing your eggs don't even work all the time. So I genuinely hope it works out for you.
Asian women have destroyed the dating and marriage scene in the Asian community. And the reason for that is because of their delusions.
Yep.
And the standard that they have set for Asian men
Yep.
In their community.
I can actually somewhat agree with this. I don't deal with this too much in particularly me myself, but there is a lot of Asian women with crazy standards. I've dated a few now, and I'm just like, oh, you're just like the woman in my videos. Surprising. But as this gentleman is speaking, it really isn't. As long as you're growing up in the West, doesn't matter what race you are. You could be brown, black, purple. You're going to be westernized. You're going to hate men. You're going to think men have to be this echelon of richness.
Problem is, being born in the UK and being born in a multicultural kind of society, a lot of these women have obviously seen and been used to, through their school and college and stuff like that, and entertainment as well, watching Netflix and these movies and social media. They have kind of set this standard where they need a 6 foot plus man, a handsome man, and not realizing.
Which is the dumbest shit, because Asian women are like the shortest women. They're like 5 to like 5'2" majority of the time.
That setting those kind of standards on the Asian community, isn't that realistic? Okay? Let's be honest, because like Caucasians, 6 foot Caucasian, you probably find in their community 20 to 30% of men are 6 foot.
No,
15.
It is on that.
Still 15.
And it's much lower when it comes to Asian communities. You're not going to find many men in the Asian community that are going to be 6 foot.
I only have one cousin that is 6 foot exactly. Everybody else is shorter. Our family's not tall.
Furthermore, when it comes to like handsome men or good-looking men, so to speak, I know that's subjective to some degree, but let's be fair.
At least they got the good genes.
You find that more, that type of standard, you can't kind of set it on the Asian community, because really we're not necessarily known for our aesthetics, right? In the Southeast Asians, we aren't necessarily the best looking humans on this planet. We're not necessarily the worst, but I would say
when you think of Asians, what do you think of? Hardworking academic individuals. I think me saying that is not racist in any way, because that's what I think a lot of people, all races, even our own selves, see ourselves. We're just hardworking academic individuals.
Middle to kind of lower range. So setting that.
What do you guys think about that? I don't like the low self-esteem.
I do agree that this gentleman does have that low self-esteem, but I also know that Asian men get beat down pretty hard about all these types of aesthetics. Maybe I wasn't so into all of this when I was younger, because it never really mattered, because I just wanted a family. My family was very family oriented and stuff. Now that I'm in the dating market, I see a lot of Asian men just struggling. They don't know what to do. They're not used, especially like immigrants. They don't understand the dating dynamic here. It is so different from the dating dynamic in Southeast Asian countries. Like, women give men respect off the bat because women want respect, right? This is the talking about respect thing. Whoever says that you have to earn respect is a fucking idiot. You can't earn respect if you don't give respect. How am I going to respect you if you don't respect me? Does that even make sense?
He's coming on here with, looks are beauty is completely subjective.
A kind of standard.
No, P. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to disagree with you on that one. They're not completely subjective. No, there is a pretty standard of looks for majority of people. Face symmetry. Some people, there is a standard.
On the Asian men, again, you're just reducing your own possibility of getting married. And then on top of that, obviously, the whole 6 figures and stuff, that comes with it. And then education and stuff like that. And just keeps reducing the possibility of actually getting married. You're looking for that perfect man, or you're looking for that kind of specific man that you just probably won't find in the Asian community. I mean, it's already difficult to find it in any other community.
True.
With that type of standard. But then when you set it on that kind of standard on the Asian community, it just makes it even much more difficult. So I do really...
Asian chads are a thing. And yes, they get to run through women as much as white chads and black chads or pookies or ray-rays or whatever whatever terms we use for whatever races we use is just stupid anyways.
I feel like because of the standard that Asian women have put on Asian men, it's just made it hard for everyone. The men are okay. I feel like men are just so much open to just kind of just get married to, someone who's they're compatible with.
True. And
then kind of move on. But with women, they just set that standard, and it's just made it so much more difficult for everyone. And the other thing is, a lot of these Asian women, again, they're looking for the best of the best, but they themselves don't bring that to the table themselves.
I agree.
In terms of
What? It's not funny, but when I say modern women are the same, like there's no difference, bro.
Aesthetics, again, Asian women, again, they're on the middle to lower range when it comes to looks. So if you're looking for a really good looking 6 foot man, what do you bring to the table? And you don't bring much. And those men there are Asian men out there like that, but they're not going to be looking towards you.
Hell no.
Because again, finding that type of Asian woman is very, very rare as well. So those rare men are going to find...
It's funny, at least in the Asian community, Asian men, a good chunk of us do make like over 100,000. But very few of us meet the 6 foot requirement, though.
And those rare Asian women to get married to. And they're not going to be in the market for too long.
I think Indian men are quite tall overall. There's a good chunk of Indian men that are like 6 foot plus. Like Southeast Asian men, good luck.
So now you're just left with basically your average Asian man and woman. And just suck it up and just get married, and just if you're compatible, you're compatible. I feel again the standards are way too high.
I think here's what he's saying, right? And this is a huge difference between men and women. Men understand we understand where we are in terms of overall package, looks, finances, whatever the case is. In each category, we know where we are. And this man is essentially saying he's an average guy who, he'd get married to a woman who he's compatible with, finds attractive, whatever the case is. But these average women they're looking up. Okay. And this is what modern women do. I don't know what to tell you guys. I've been saying it. For all the people that say, oh, date a white woman, date a this woman. Are you in the West? Because if you're in the West, every culture of men, every community of men, they're having the same problem.
Yep. 100% agree.
I guess I'll be the first woman to say the internet would never convince me that I am not loved. They would never convince me that black men do not stand up for black women. I don't care what y'all use y'all platform as. I don't care what the fuck the algorithm keep trying to show me. I don't care what goes on in real life. I know who supports me 10 toes down. I know the people that I call on. I know what love feels like because of these people. I know what love looks like because of these people. I know what protection looks like and feels like. I know what security looks like and feels like. You get what I'm saying? Y'all would never convince me. Y'all get on this bitch and y'all talk out y'all ass.
Yep.
Black men love women. They love black women in real life. Not these bitches on the internet. I ain't got time for y'all. I ain't speaking for all y'all. Hey, y'all say don't speak for all men. This is a conversation where I'm not speaking for all men. But the man in my life,
You bitches don't never have the power to convince me that that shit ain't real. And I hate when I get on here and I talk about how I'm loved or how people appreciate me or how I appreciate them and how we go about our ways, and even other black women to get on here and be like, oh, well, they wouldn't do it for you. I just clearly told you they would. Like, love really exists. Y'all probably need to log off and go hug a tree, talk to your friends in real life, but love really exists. Get the fuck off the internet, though.
This is something that
it's also fix the attitude. That's probably the biggest thing. If women could just fix the attitude, all women across the board, all men would love you just a little bit more.
We've spoken about on the channel, right? And it's something that I also struggle with because I'm scrolling for videos for hours and hours. And separating real life from the internet can be difficult.
True.
And there are a lot of people out there who live their life through the internet. There's this one black creator from the UK, right? She speaks about how she's never been in a relationship, right? She's young. She must be like 21, 22. She speaks about how she's never been in a relationship. But all of her outlooks on men are bad. And I will never settle down with a man. I will never live with a man. But she's never been in a relationship herself. She's just seeing what women see on the internet and she regurgitates it. So when I see people like this, it's always refreshing. People who can separate online from real life because they are different. And so many of the questions and
this is exactly why I tell you guys the nuances. The real life has so many extra nuances that does change advice, that does change what a lot of red pillars say and just the manosphere itself, not just for me, but from everybody. Sometimes that little nuance might make you the exception, right? Is it guaranteed that you're an exception? Fuck no. Shut the fuck up if you're actually thinking I'm trying to defend exceptions. But you have to understand that all of this advice is very generalized. And you have to take it in and just use it for your life. Doesn't mean that everything I say, oh, Red said this, I have to follow this. No, Red said this, I'm in this particular position. All the other men say this. But there is something that I am seeing that they don't see. And that would be the nuance.
Scenarios. If you were to ask someone who isn't on TikTok or isn't on the internet in real life, they look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
So how are my fellow lesbians meeting other women? Because I'm done with Hinge, okay? Like, done. So this girl and I matched and we started talking. And then we exchanged numbers like a couple days later. Tell me why. She comes to visit me like 9 or 10 days into us talking. Okay. And I told her to get a hotel because, I don't know, you're not coming to my house. Okay. So she gets a hotel. She comes. And when I tell you, like, we did not click. Like, it was awkward as fuck. Like, zero, just did not like her like that. Like, she was cool. She was cool. But not romantically. Like, I was not into it. So then it comes nighttime. And we're kind of intoxicated. We went out. We had drinks. And she wants to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, I traveled all the way down here. You know what I'm saying? What's the problem?
What's the problem?
First of all, I just met you. Secondly, like, we're not even clicking like that. So why would you think that I'm gonna go down there? Like, I don't know you. I don't know where you've been. I don't know where she's been.
This is the exact same reasoning and attitude that men have. But we can't come on and say the exact same things that she just said right now. And we get canceled. But because she's a woman talking about other women doing those same acts, she gets a pass. That's society nowadays.
No. So she was supposed to stay all weekend until Sunday. This is Friday night. She wakes up like... Actually, we didn't even go to sleep. That's how awkward it was. Like, I can't sleep when I'm uncomfortable. So we were both just awake. Just looking at each other like. So, anywho, she says the next morning that she's gonna leave, and I was like, okay. Like, I don't know if she thought I was gonna protest or what. So she leaves, and
yeah, this is women communicating with each other, right? And they still don't even pick up the clues they give each other. Trash communication.
She was like, well, I just wanted you to tell me you wanted me to stay. Why would I say that if I didn't want you to stay?
That's exactly women right
so
there.
So anywho, fast forward.
Women,
we decide.
Women understand women? Not even. Women don't even understand women.
Keep talking because I'm like, it was maybe just a bad day. Like, we can still talk and whatever. So tell me why this girl decides to text and call me over 50 times. 50 times. I'm not exaggerating. She called me like 27 times in like the span of 2 minutes, and then called another 20 times because I wasn't answering my phone. So I said, listen, I don't want to have to block you, so I suggest you stop. Like, stop, relax. And she like acts like the next day she sends me good morning as if none of that happened last night. Like, you didn't call me 50,000 times and text me 100 times. She texts me, good morning, sunshine. Sunshine? You have made it rain, storm, hell all over my morning, bitch. What the fuck you mean, good morning, sunshine? And I was like, listen, like, I'm done. That was too much. That was crazy. I'm done. We're done. Like, I don't even want to be friends with you at this point. She's like, no, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go. Like, don't do this to me. Why are you doing this to me?
All right.
Blocked. You're blocked. You're blocked. So anyways, moral of the story is, where are you guys meeting women, quality women? Because Hinge is not it.
We don't know, girl. We don't know where they are.
Facebook dating is not it.
You know, honestly, maybe I'm just being naive, but I really thought that because men were out of the picture, lesbian dating was just like roses. Just, you know, two women meet up and it's just fantastic. It's great all the time. And it's just...
No, P, in my opinion, it is probably way worse because there always has to be a masculine one. There always has to be a lead. There's always going to be one that expects that. And most women, I don't think, can play that role properly. That's the issue that these women always seem to clash on.
It's so easy for them, but these videos are showing us that that just isn't the case.
Clip was so funny of the stud telling women what masculinity is and how they don't know what masculinity is. I'm like, girl, do you even know what it is? You're just pretending. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. Really appreciate that. Catch you guys next time.